Okay, this one comes from r/ThreadTalk.
What?
ThreadTalk Podcast.
What?
Am I the asshole for accepting my stalker's money? So let me start off with how I know him. I've had this stalker for 10 years who I met at work when I was 16 and he was 19 to 20. At the time, I always thought he was nice and sweet and nothing more, but little did I know he thought a lot more of me. He admitted to me that he would go jerk off in the bathroom at work whenever he saw me in a bikini dipping the pools. We were lifeguards. Apparently, he did this a lot. He would also sit in his car and cry whenever I left work to go home. He came to my school to bring me Sonic and would show up at my house and bring me food. After a while, it finally stopped because I left the job in 2018 at the age of 18. He would follow me on all social media, and no matter how many times I blocked him, he would make a new account and add me back, then ask if he could give me food or money. Now, here's where the story gets fucked. He got married, and while he was dating her, he was giving me money and saying he worships me. I have no intention of ever being with this guy, but I felt bad for his wife, so I messaged her what was going on. She never replied. He ends up stalking me for 9 years. I'm currently 25 with 2 kids and engaged. He still continues to this day by contacting me on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, you name it. He's on it trying to contact me to give me money. His wife is still with him, and I just found out through a Facebook post that she's pregnant. She looks pretty far along too. That's where I'm really feeling bad, but because I told her about it and she still stays with him. I don't know if I explained this post very well. I'm really bad at explaining things, but am I the asshole for accepting his money, knowing he's married but will never stop stalking me no matter how hard I've tried to get rid of him before?
This is crazy. I guess like when you're 16 and you're young, you don't really fully comprehend. And then now that you're older, my question would be, when was the last time, like when did you stop giving him attention, stop accepting? Hopefully that was a long time ago. And if it was a long time ago, definitely time to get a restraining order if we're wanting him to keep him away. But
Yes.
but she's really asking, is she the asshole for accepting his money, knowing he's married? So yeah, kinda. Like, if you don't want him to stalk you, stop accepting his money. It's like, if you don't want rats in your kitchen, stop dropping food on the floor and leaving it there for them to eat.
I'm going to read the update.
Okay.
Hi everyone, it's been a while since I've been on here, but I just wanted to update you all. His wife had the baby and he is still stalking me. He continues to make several new TikTok accounts and follows me even though I block him every time. I'm getting scared that he may show up at my house. He knows where I currently live. I'm honestly scared he'll try to find me in public or find me in general. He is not right in the head. I tried to get a restraining order, but the police said as long as he's not threatening me, there's nothing they can do. I don't want something to happen, and his wife is still with him. He keeps messaging me, saying he loves me, he wants to give me money, and that he's apparently trying to leave his wife and child so he can try to be with me. Again, I have no intentions of ever being with him, and I continually block him every time he tries to follow me. I don't know what to do.
Move.
I would say move, honestly.
What else? What other choice do you
Yeah.
have? Like, if there's not enough evidence to get a restraining order, but you still fear for your safety, move yourself out of that possession. You have two kids. Do what you need to do to move. If he knows where you currently live, move.
Just keep everything. Keep all evidence and receipts of like him messaging you, and hopefully, like, this is what I mean though. How is there ever grounds for a restraining order?
When if somebody gets violent. When they come on your property and you have to call the police to ask them to leave, that's when you get a restraining order. It's very hard to get a restraining order just against social media.
I guess. Yeah. I hope you're not accepting his money anymore. I know you didn't really specify that.
I think she kind of said that at the end there.
What? That she hasn't?
Yeah.
That he still wants to give her money.
Yeah. It means that she's not accepting.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just say, like, if you are still accepting his money, stop that.
Exactly.
Just stop. Because maybe that is, like, giving him some hope. And are you married? She's engaged.
Engaged, yeah.
Does your partner know about this? I would definitely tell your partner as well.
Might not want to admit it if you were
I think now
at the
it's like
beginning.
it's past the point of
Yeah.
like feeling guilty for that because like you could be in jeopardy and your kids can be in jeopardy. Like I think
Yeah, like you're allowed to say no whenever you want. Just because you were accepting his shit at the beginning and he's a little creepy, whenever you decide to say no, doesn't mean that you can't say no because you accepted it in the past. It's like, okay, you're okay with his gifts at one point. Now you're not okay with his gifts. Now it's a no going forward. So, yeah, I don't know.
yeah, if you haven't told your partner, I would definitely tell him just so they're aware of anything potentially like this man showing up at your house when you're not there and your partner can at least keep an eye out and
Yeah.
super scary stuff. Just keep all the receipts.
I would say cameras or move. I personally would do what I can to move. Like if the lease is
It
coming
is
up,
extreme, but like if
it
you
is
have the
extreme, but
means
if you're that worried, like if the lease is coming up, try to find somewhere. If you own your house, try to put your house on the market to sell it. Do what you can do. And if you can't move, get cameras and a security system.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I definitely kids, I'd be trying to move for sure.
keep us updated, please.
All right, back to me.